The Ontario government just made it possible to get $130,000 back on a new home purchase. Today, I'm answering the 5 most asked questions about this time-limited rebate. Stick around to find out exactly how to qualify, how long you have, and at the end of the video, I'll show you exact numbers on your rebate dollar amounts at different price points, and they will surprise you. Question number 1, does this rebate apply to condos? The short answer is yes, it does apply to condos. It's any type of new construction from a builder that hasn't been sold before. So it can be a condo, a detached home, a semi, a townhouse. So like I was saying, anything newly built from a builder. However, resale homes do not qualify for the HST rebate. You're not paying HST on resale homes in any case, so it doesn't really matter, but just something to understand and something some buyers get confused about. Now, just a quick note with regards to the condos, there are a lot of these newer buildings that do qualify that maybe don't have the best layouts. They're a bit small, but there are some amazing units that have started to be built more recently where the builders are taking more into account better layouts, better design choices. And same with detached and semis. I've seen some beautiful detached homes recently from builders like Mattamy Homes, semi-detached. So there are some quite good options out there, even though new builds generally have a bit of a reputation for being smaller and maybe thrown together more quickly. I do think the developer world has heard, and some of the better developers are responding and building better product. Up next, there's $130,000 at stake, so the details matter. Question number 2, how do I get my money back? So most of the rebates that I've seen personally, the builder will actually take the amount off the listing price of the home, but it's not in every case. So I would urge you just to double check. I've been at a showing before where, I had to call, speak to the agent or the developer and just confirm whether or not they've already taken that off the price, because that could be a huge difference in the dollar amounts. Always confirm in writing exactly how the rebate's going to be applied and whether or not the builders, used up any of it. I had a case recently with a new build home where the builder had used part of the rebate already, so the buyers would only qualify for a lesser amount. So it's good just to double check everything, get it in writing. If you need to, get a good real estate lawyer to check it for you. It's definitely worth it with so much money at stake. Another quick note, this legislation is fully passed. It passed in June of 2026, so just last month. So it's live now. And I was actually out with some people looking at new build homes before it was fully live. Every indication said it was going to go live and there wasn't going to be any issues, but it is nice to know now that it's fully guaranteed, it's live, it's out there, and it's saving you real money, tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on your purchase price. But wait, how do you know if you can even get the rebate? Question number 3, who qualifies? You don't need to be a first-time buyer to qualify. That's a big misconception. Heard it from a lot of people. You do not need to be a first-time buyer to qualify for this rebate. You do have to be an individual buyer buying a new home as your primary residence. So it can't be to buy a rental property, for example. And you also can't be a corporation buying the property. Every owner on the property has to be an individual purchasing it. And just like we were saying with the, investment properties, that goes for short-term rentals like Airbnb. They do not qualify. This has to be your primary residence. And that's an important thing to keep in mind. It's really to help people get into the house they're going to live in for a while rather than creating more rental properties. Okay, so let's say you qualify, but did you already miss the timing window? Question number 4, what's the deadline? So the deadline for this rebate program is March 31st, 2027. And that doesn't mean that you have to close and move in on a property by that date. It just means that your agreement of purchase and sale has to be dated before March 31st, 2027. Again, another common misconception. This is a limited time rebate and it's a bit like the Wild West out there. So you're getting a lot of different information. I've even heard builders giving out incorrect information on this, but you don't have to move in. It makes sense because a lot of newly built homes have longer closing periods. It can take 2, 3, 4 years to actually build the house. So remember, just your agreement of purchase and sale has to be signed before March 31st, 2027. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you, but this really is a short window to get the rebate. If you're thinking of buying new construction within the next couple years, it really is worth it to push up your timeline to take advantage of this. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars or over $100,000 to take advantage of. So So if you buy 2 years from now, the same home, you could be paying way more than if you just buy it within this window. So if you're looking at new builds, this is definitely the time to pull the trigger. Let's drive this home. Real dollar amounts for your specific situation. If you're thinking of buying or selling, my info's on screen, reach out. Question number 5, how much do I save? Well, I actually built a free calculator so you can know exactly how much you're gonna save. Drop a comment in the video saying calculator, or text me or reach out, email me, I'll send it to you. But right now, let's go through the specific numbers. So if you're under $1 million, you get the full 13% back, and the maximum of that is $130,000. So $1 million home, you would get that $130,000 rebate as long as you qualify. For a $600,000 condo, you're looking at $78,000 back, an $800,000 new townhouse, $104,000 back. And if you're going $1 million to $1.5 million, then you get the flat $130,000 regardless of the exact price. Over $1.5 million is where the rebate tapers off a bit. So, you know, if you're buying a $1.7 million home, you're only getting roughly $70,000 back. It's obviously meaningful money. So, you know, even 70 grand back, you're spending 1.7 million, still puts a lot of change back in your pocket. So if you're someone who's planning to buy a new home, I've never seen any program like this in my 9 years of doing real estate in the GTA. If you have more questions or you're actually thinking of pulling the trigger, text me directly, all my info's on screen, or drop a comment. I'll send you the free calculator. Plug in your exact price to get you your exact rebate amount so you can plan for the future. If this video helped at all, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. New Toronto real estate videos every Tuesday and Friday. I'm Jordan Abrams. I'll see you around town.